Hello guys, my name is Ahmed Ali for the Unscripted Talks, as usual here in DURB Radio. So what I just want to talk about is how Raila Amolo Odinga, the once the darling of the masses, has so fast become the betrayer of the same masses that he deemed to, try and liberate. He's been long known as the father of democracy, you understand. But for a very long time, I've been doubting this because Raila Odinga has actually presented himself from being a hero to a villain. Now, this is actually his rise and fall kind of analysis. And the reason as to why right now Raila Amolo Odinga has suddenly become the enemy of, or you've suddenly become the enemy of Raila Amolo Odinga is because you stand in between his path and power. Raila is somebody who uses opportunity that presents itself to benefit his own selfish gains. You understand? So can I call it selfish appetite? Remember from the time that Moi was the president of Kenya, he was seen to be against the government. He was then thrown into jail. And after that, what happened? He became some form of a secretary general of the then KANU. What happened when there was difference between him and Mwai Kibaki? That was back way in 2013. There was the Grand Coalition government. What happened with Uhuru Kenyatta in his second term? There was the handshake. Right now, he was seen to be purporting through one dialogue with the government. Then the Gen Zs gave an uproar. Then after that, after the uproar, he retreated. But then again, we saw yesterday as Kalonzo Musyoka, one of the co-principals in the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance, was giving a press to the journalists. Goons out of nowhere just came, disrupted and harassed him, and also wrapped the journalists who were covering that press, and that was not able to happen. Although he's come trying to defend that, saying he didn't know about it and it was wrong. But we know those are just tears of a crocodile. You understand? So at the end of it all, what does he come and say? I have a screenshot. I have a screenshot of Raila purporting to say that if people are crying about Ruto must go, what happens if he goes and Gachagua becomes the deputy president? That is, does the law of Kenya say that when the president resigns, the deputy president becomes the president? I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, when we say Ruto must go, we mean the Ruto's regime in totality. The Ruto's regime in totality should go down with him. Ruto is just the title. Gachagua and the cronies downwards are subtitles. Now we have the details where now the governors are. And let me tell you, this is a kind of political elite trying to regroup and unite to make sure that they evade the accountability that the Gen Z families are yearning for. Now, what they'll do, they'll try to instill fear on us. And remember the piece I did in the morning when the Inspector General in acting capacity was saying that any demonstrations within the CBD and its surrounding is considered illegal cause of, like, there is no proper structured demonstrations, there is no leadership in those demonstrations. So you want the leader so that you could put them into your pocket, right? So this is what Raila Odinga says. ODM never said that it was going into bed with Ruto. We never said it. It's a creation of the media. What we are calling for is a national convention where all Kenyans will be brought on board to air their views. It's a fact everyone is annoyed with the Kenya Kwanza. Now, speaking from one end of the sword, and now speaking from the end of the sword. Now listen to these. Ruto goes, then what? Ruto may go, then Gachagua takes over implementing bad policies. Ruto can also say, I am tired. Let the military generals take over. Then the country begins to go through what Egypt went through after Tahrir Square. Ruto must go cannot be an end. It's at times of crisis like these that a country needs to talk and not doing it to save Ruto. We are doing it to save Kenya. Who said that we need you to save us? We actually, there is a price to pay for revolution. We cannot just sit and pretend that things are good. Why does it always seem, and it's like now there is the responsibility of Raila Odinga to sanitize the government each time it plunges itself into a deep hole. You understand? Now, we understand that even the CSS, the cabinet that was dissolved, bearing in the CSS, was incompetent. And there was some statistical institution that came out with data that, there are still a number of CSS that people are wishing are back in the ministries. Now you see, they're now trying to drive a propaganda to let people feel like these men were fired in the wrong manner. No, if you are incompetent, you are incompetent. It's Kenyans who said we don't need these people. And by the way, 9 days and still counting, the country is running without the CSs. What does it mean? Do we really need them? It should send a signal. Now, when Ruto was talking about forming the national government, the national unity government, this is what Raila really wanted. You understand? This is just another term of handshake. He just wanted leaders from his line whom they can control and give instructions, and then embezzlement of public funds goes on and on and on. Look at the counties. Look at the situation in what the counties are in currently. Honestly, they are lacks competence. Embezzlement of public funds, the opulence that is displayed by leaders is so alarming. And here we are. You want us to smile with you? No. Raila has so much evolved. And if you're not seeing these, you're still blinded in those tribal cocoons. Like you can see some tribesmen of Raila Odinga now says whatever Raila Odinga says is always true. Who told you? Eti baba akisema amesema. He says right, you go right, left, you go left. I mean, don't you have a brain of yourself where you can sit down and reconstruct and do thorough research and get to know, is this person taking me towards the right direction? Why can't you open your eyes? Kenyans, this is the time to liberate yourselves. Raila has now unveiled the controversy of his legacy. You understand? He has now lost the trust of the people. He has always been deceiving people. Can you tell me the difference between Raila Odinga and William Samoei Ruto? All of them have been accused at some point of corruption. All of them have cases in court. So we are currently experiencing a crisis as a nation. And if we don't pick up what we speak, look, right now, the media has been named. Open your eyes, fellow Kenyans. It's gonna be tough. Tough times ahead. Tighten your belt. Raila has had behavior of betrayal. He even betrayed his father in history. He then takes advantage of that as a bargaining cheap for him. So, guys, unless you are wise, unless you are intelligent enough, unless your moral capability is top notch, unless you are somebody who upholds integrity, then you cannot see the atrocities of Raila Amolo Odinga. I'm not fighting him. I'm spitting facts. I know I'll receive a lot of comments on the contrary opinion. We welcome that. But at the end of the day, deep down in your heart, you know that what I've just spoken about is the true nature of this subject of discussion today. We all see whatever's happening. I mean, look at each and every institution. Who is safe? Look at our airports today. They are so full of foreigners heading back to their countries. Why? They feel like Kenya is not a safe place to conduct business because there's too much corruption. I mean, we cannot sit down and blind ourselves like there are no atrocities committed to the citizens of this nation. Oh my, it's saddening. But what I can tell you, the Gen Zs and the millennials, don't lose it. You are almost there. If you see all these institutions ganging up against you, they know you're on the right path. They are doing this because they know after getting done with the national government, the trickle-down effect will still go back to those counties. And corrupt leaders will soon be taken out of office. But don't you worry. The most important asset that you have is your vote. Come 2027, you know what to do. But indeed, do we have to wait until 2027? I don't know. Pressed we are, but we shall soldier on. Vox Populi, Vox do Deal. The voice of the people is the voice of the Lord. If you love content of this nature, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Press the notification button. So anytime that we are live or we upload our content, you'll be the very first person to be notified. If you are watching from Facebook, kindly follow us. View, like, comment and share. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in DURB Radio.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, DURB Radio ndio mpango mzima.